He reminds me of the old-time janitors, the superintendents in the big buildings, those big buildings, and they had a big brass key ring about this big with 1,000 keys on it. But every key, they knew that key was for a certain door to get into the building. When he's moving around, I'm saying, he's the super with that big key ring, and he's looking for the right key to get in the door.
You're great with the analogies. I love it. I love the analogies.
And he finds the right key.
He does.
He doesn't walk into a room and like, bang, oh my God, I shouldn't open that door. And a lot of guys do. Romero walked into that room. Garcia walked into that room, So he don't, and that's part of what separates him and makes him a guy that's one of the most complete fighters right now of all time.
Gervonta Tank Davis es considerado uno de los boxeadores más temidos del deporte hoy en día, gracias a su poder explosivo, velocidad relámpago y golpes prácticos. Es un peleador paciente que espera el momento perfecto para atacar, a menudo logrando nocauts devastadores. Su defensa, agilidad y con una confianza inigualable y un instinto ascenio. Davis domina el ring y sigue demostrando que es uno de los competidores más peligrosos del boxeo. El legendario entrenador Teddy Atlas llama a Davis el boxeador más completo del deporte, destacando su versatilidad para boxear, golpear y ultrarse a diferencia en el ring de tank lo combinante en una fuerza dominante. Pelea Kalkar was rattled at the destroyer. It came with Taylor's suit, covering the entire ride all the way to
Gervonta fan. I think that guy is so unusual.
Yeah.
His style so unusual, and his patience.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Leo Santa Cruz fight was really something for me, because Leo Santa Cruz is a technician. He's great, Mexican style, but he's also a technician. And that fight was very close before Tank stopped him.
Yeah.
But he has that power that can end it.
But he finds these openings and he sees them, but he doesn't go after them right away. He waits for the right time. He's so patient.
Right.
Like when you watch the early rounds of his fights, he's like at a world champions that are competing today at the highest level. He probably has the lowest punch count in the early rounds.
Yeah.
Because he just wait, but he also knows he's got that nuclear option that if he can fucking crack you, most likely he's going to take you out. He's got massive confidence in that.
But the thing is, can you rely on that? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because at the end, that Pitbull Cruz fight, it's like that was very close. Pitbull Cruz is a tough guy, Mexican, just staying in the pocket with him. You know what I mean? So it's like a Deontay Wilder thing where it's like you're just waiting on that one punch, but it's like you can't lose every round up to that either.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, it's interesting, right? Like you don't know whether someone's ever going to be able to figure that out, or whether or not he's just going to keep cracking people.
Yeah.
So it's part of the fun of watching it. I've talked to a lot of real boxing purists. It's like you can't rely on that style.
Right.
He's got to be busier. When he gets to the best guys.
Joe Rogan ha elogiado a Gervonta Davis por su paciencia y precisión dentro del ring. Señala como Davis nunca se apresura y en cambio estudia cuidadosamente en los primeros asaltos, lanzando menos golpes que la mayoría de los peleadores de elite, espera la oportunidad correcta. Rogan también enfatiza la posible nuclear de Davis, su devastador poder determinante, pelea sin ser paciente, y la paciencia.
I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now, but he's got a tough fight coming up. He's the top dog, there's no doubt about it. He showed that. But Barrios, he's a pretty good fighter. Last time I saw him fight, he was pretty durable.
Davis, a lot of people say he reminds you of them. Does he remind you of yourself?
There we go. I don't know. I don't know, maybe just getting in trouble with the law. Other than that, no.
Mike Tyson ha expresado abiertamente su admiración por Gervonta Tank Davis, llamándolo probablemente el mejor peleador en este momento. Muchos fanáticos ven paralelismos entre Davis y Tyson durante su apogeo. Ambos peleadores poseen un poder explosivo para noque, una agresión implacable y un instinto asesino que intimida a sus oponentes. Al igual que Tyson.
Ones out there is what they don't know gets less respect for it, but one of the best ones out there. Now his mouth a little different, you know what I'm saying? He's the different kind of character when it comes to the mouth. Yeah. Because that's where he's from. But he's really one of the pound the best ones of the coop. And I'm gonna tell you why he's the best one of the coop to me. He can punch, but he also can box. You understand me? Some that can box can't punch. Some that can punch can't box. He can box, he can punch, he can move laterally, he can do it left side, right side, he can do whatever he needs to do as a southpaw to get the job done. And that's saying a lot, because not many guys can do that today.
Ford. Roy Jones Jr. cree que nadie en el boxeo activo puede vencer a Gervonta Davis. Admira la capacidad de Davis para boxear, golpear y ejecutar sus estrategias a la perfección. Según Jones, muy pocos peleadores hoy en día poseen el congloto de habilidades completas que Davis lleva al ring. Su mezcla única de poder, velocidad y adaptability lo ponen en un talento raro que puede superar a cualquier oponente y operación I ask to practice regularly. Según Jones, cune escapó entre presión.
Day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning, I might run at night. It all depends what fits you. Like, I run in the morning, if I don't, I run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night. Or I run, and that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. Like, it's hard for me to go outside, so I just be in the gym and home. That's it. Like, I don't go no.
Gervonta Davis siempre entra al ring en una condición física óptima, gracias a su dedicación a un entrenamiento intenso. Esto le permite mantener un ritmo de trabajo alto, conservar su poder durante los últimos asaltos y mantenerse afilado defensivamente. Su resistencia excepcional y su capacidad de permanecer explosivo incluso en los últimos rounds lo peligrosos del deporte.
Stage, he said, I'm going to beat Tank's ass. What's your response to that?
Nah, a lot of them said that. A lot of them said that, and I want him to have that attitude because, again, I know what's under the hood with him. He's forward built tough.
Some people just go away and be...
But you specifically?
Me? First of all, I get a camp house, you know, out here. Like, day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning, I might run at night, you know. It all depends what fits you. Like, I run in the morning, if I don't, I run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night. Or I run, and that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. Like, it's hard for me to go outside, so I just be in it.
Además de su increíble poder de golpeo, Davis tiene una velocidad y agilidad extraordinarias. Su rápido juego de pies le permite moverse alrededor de los oponentes sin esfuerzo. Menor que su velocidad de manos le ayuda a lanzar combinaciones precisas y devastadoras que dejan atónitos a sus rivales.
God damn. 1, 2, 5.
De Davis para explotar con poder y velocidad en qué momento lo hace altamente impredecible. Sus oponentes se sienten adivinando cuál será su próximo momento dándole una ventaja significativa.
2 questions. Who's the face of boxing according to Oscar De La Hoya?
No, look, I mean, Canelo proved filling in 50,000 seats, and you know, he proved that he's the big dog. You know, I mean, Gervonta's right there too. He's like knocking on the door, but it's right there, Gervonta, Canelo, man. But if you take a look at Canelo's last performance, it's like Gervonta's kind of creeping up on him. So I mean, we have to you know, speak the truth, man, and say, look, I mean, I think one more fight. I think Gervonta's maybe one more fight away from, like, you know, being the top dog, but it all depends on Canelo, how he looks on his next fight.
And my last question of the day. You mentioned a Ryan Gervonta Davis rematch. What would be different in the rematch? I know you said it's going to sell 4 million. I agree with you.
Yeah, but, I mean, and with my expertise, that fight.
Oscar De La Hoya ha reconocido la grandeza de Canelo Álvarez, pero cree que Gervonta Davis está ahora en su mejor momento y en camino de convertirse en el rostro del boxeo. Con su récord invicto y su creciente popularidad, Tank se ha posicionado como una de las mejores atracciones del deporte. De La Hoya predice que Davis podría superar a Canelo en influencia. Y legado si continúa. Con sus
like about Tank is that Tank is a better aggressive fighter than Crawford. He has everything Crawford has. He can box a fighter coming after him, he can go after you, and he can just box you. He got all the things Crawford has. He knocks everybody out just like Crawford. Except for, I think Gervonta's chin is slightly better, and I think Gervonta is aggressive better. And it's funny, because when Terrence Crawford goes out there, he's gonna beat you athletic. He's gonna be like, bam, 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 bam. But there's a certain poise that Gervonta has that I'm like, that is super special. And he has that Floyd Mayweather poise, where he can not be doing much, but he's beating you. That poise. I'm like, listen, approaching the fight, Gervonta Tank Davis approaches the fight better than everyone.
Algunos argumentan que Gervonta Davis es incluso mejor boxeador que Terence Crawford. Su imparecible para variar los golpes, usar degradando ángulos y lanzar, combinación quam equais peligro, quien a menudo comienza lento. Davis aplica presión cuando es necesaria y termina las peleas con una presión increíble. Su adapta.
Mario Vargas, the champion 140. You know Mario, San Antonio, 25-0, 17 knockouts. Tank 24-0, 23 knockouts. What do you think?
Man, you know, Tank, man, is a great fighter, man. When he trains, he's an animal. He's fucking beast. He's one of my favorite fighters, too. I will have to go with Tank, man. Like I said, you know, if he has a good preparation, he's a monster. He's a little Mike Tyson, man. He's a beast, you know. If he trains. Now, if he doesn't train, he doesn't look like when he fought. Yeah, but, you know, everybody says that. But when he fought Gamboa, he didn't look that good. You know?
He looked great against me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that no, that's what I'm saying. You know, when he trains, bro, he looks super, man. He looks super good. You know, but hopefully he takes things serious, and I think he'll look spectacular again.
How's your top 5 pound for pound look like in the boxing right now? Who do you have 1 through 5?
Man, that's gonna be pound for pound. I would say I would put Canelo in there, pound for pound. Then I would put Terrence Crawford second. Then I would probably put, I don't know, a third, man. It's a little bit hard right there, but I would put Earl Spence in there. It's in between Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. So that's 3 right there. I would put maybe 4, I would put Teofimo Lopez. And 5th, I don't even know who to put 5th, to be honest.
You could put Tank, you could put Charlo, you could put your son, you could put...
I would put David, pound for pound, number 1.
He's a monster. So tell everybody where to follow you, Jose.
They can follow us at Jose Benavides Sr., Benavides Sports, Team Benavides, and Benavides.
Jose Benavides ha elogiado a Gervonta Davis. La mandolo un gran peleador que entrena como un animal. Incluso comparo a Davis con Mike Tyson, dechando el poder crudo de Tank, su ética de trabajo implacable y la forma en que intimida a sus oponentes.
With Tank. My problem with Tank is I wish he had the Duran mindset. I wish he had a Pacquiao mindset. Like, I wish he wanted to be welterweight champion and wanted to, I mean, Pacquiao was 5'5", right? I don't think Pacquiao punched harder than Tank, and Tank is definitely slicker than Pacquiao. I just wish he had that mindset to say, I'm gonna conquer 147, I'm gonna conquer 140, Teofimo Lopez, you're next. If he had that mindset, we're talking about all-time great fighter. I think his abilities is all-time, but I'm saying...
Atlas ha hablado durante años sobre la grandeza de Gervonta Davis, diciendo que siempre vio el potencial de estrella en él. Atlas cree que la combinación única de habilidades y enciende de Davis lo distingue showbiz. The Adult ha llamado a Davis una leyenda, pero señala que no comparte la misma mentalidad que Manny Pacquiao. Si bien las habilidades y el poder de Tank son incomparables, carece del hambre implacable y la mentalidad guerrera que definieron la carrera.
I think he's one of the most interesting fighters to watch because he's so different. His style is so different. You know, he's so economical. Like, he puts pressure on guys without throwing too many punches, and then starts to figure holes out, and the way he can explode and move in with one shot, my God.
Yeah, he's very explosive. And he be cracking them dudes. Hey, he be putting them to sleep.
Just cracking people.
Yeah.
And he has so much confidence in his power.
So, you know, he just, in his mind, he know.
Joe Rogan, ha compartido cuanto disfruta ver pelear a Gervonta Davis, señalando que su es único. Rogan destaca lo económico que Davis, con sus movimiento, sin desperdiciar en el ring, lo que le formede, me que yo se pelea más felo y peligroso.
But I must say this, the most exciting fighter that's active in fighting in boxing right now is Gervonta Tank Davis. When Gervonta Tank Davis go out there and fight, he reminds me of Pretty Boy Floyd. Because Pretty Boy Floyd, you couldn't go get no popcorn. You couldn't go get no soda. You couldn't go get no candy. You don't want to miss nothing.
Floyd Mayweather también ha elogiado a Gervonta Davis, refiriéndose a menudo a él como Little Pretty Floyd. Mayweather ve a Davis como un reflejo de sí mismo, amigos Hube.
Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, I mean, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. You know, watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations sometimes at will without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But you know, obviously Gervonta Davis has the experience. He has the knowledge. He has that Main Street.
Oscar de la Hoya ha llamado a Gervonta Davis una bestia, enfatizando lo difícil que será para cualquiera vencerlo. Específicamente menciona que Lamont Roach es un peleador sólido. Peleas a Davis sería un desafío creíblemente.
Fight, yes, but have it at 140. Fighting anyone at 140 would be more exciting than this fight against Lamont Roach. Nothing against Lamont Roach, but I'm telling you, Gervonta Tank Davis fanboys, not the fans, but the fanboys, you're not going to be able to convince people that Lamont Roach is someone to get excited about versus Tank. It's not going to happen. You're going to try to call people casuals or whatever, but really, people who really knows boxing, they know that Gervonta Tank Davis is too much for Lamont Roach, all right? Now, I was saying go up to 140. Fight who, showbiz? Fight anybody. Just have a fight at 140. And when you see in hindsight that Teofimo Lopez and Devin the American Dream Haney is now negotiating for their fight, you can understand now why I would say something like that. He has a fight at 140, then he takes on the Teofimo Lopez and Devin the...
Muchos fanáticos y analistas creen que peleadores como Shakur Stevenson y Vasily Lomachenko están evitando confrontar a Davis. Una de las mayores fortalezas de Tank es su versatilidad. Puede pelear eficazmente a cerca distancia, y así de cerca o a larga distancia. Su capacidad para datar showbiz, the adult ha sugerido que Davis debería subir, alam de par hyperfanzar, una competencia más dura. Los críticos argumentan que Tank ha elido oponentes más fáciles.
Who used to sit at the top of the boxing world a few years ago by the name of Floyd Mayweather. What happens in that fight?
Another relationship gone sour there. Gervonta's had a lot to say about his former promoter. You would say Gervonta was a protege of Floyd, and I like that matchup. I like it a lot. Speaking about how what does Gervonta do when he's got somebody in front of him that can be sharp for 12 rounds? Floyd is the definition of he is on point at all times, and he will not get caught with anything crazy, anything unruly in the corner. It's just not going to happen to Floyd Mayweather. And so, with that being said,
las habilidades defensivas de Gervonta Davis a menudo pasan desapercibidas. pero son cruciales para su éxito. Usa una guardia alta movimientos de hombro y una rápida movilidad de cabeza para evitar golpes.
About Floyd and Tank beefing online.
I see it a little bit. Yeah, you know, I like both guys, so it's like, I know Gervonta has his issues with Floyd, and you know, Floyd has a big ego where he wants to, you know, be the man on top, and Gervonta trying to get on top, but it seems like he has to get from under Floyd because Floyd's a big man. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard. It's kind of, it kind of reminds me of me and my son. Like I kind of like got myself away and let him do his own thing and let him have his own glory, his own, you know, his own glory, his own life. You know what I'm saying? So me being there all the time will shadow over all this stuff. Sometimes. Not intentionally. I'm not doing it intentionally. I'm not trying to be like, I don't care about the Eagles. I want him to be the best. But me being too close to him all the time takes away a little.
Shane Mosley ha comentado sobre la tensión entre Floyd Mayweather y Gervonta Davis. Comparó su dinámica con su relación con su propio hijo, explicando que la influencia de Mayweather eclipsó la oportunidad de Davis para brillar. A medida que avanzaba la carrera de Davis, su relación con Mayweather.
Stay calm. I always like to listen to Floyd when it comes to big stages like this, because he's the only one that been in my shoes and been like in these type of fights. You know what I mean? So I always try to stay close to Floyd when stuff like this happens. You know what I mean? Just to keep me humble and, you know, like, had me on the right track, you know what I mean? So I always appreciate Floyd for being in my corner, having my back, always, you know what I mean? So it's always a be love for Floyd.
Gervonta Davis ha expresado abiertamente su frustración, acusando a Floyd Mayweather de intentar controlar su carrera en lugar de apoyarlo genuinamente. Su ruptura surgió de la fuerte influencia de Mayweather y el deseo de Davis de independencia. Eso es todo por el video de hoy. Manténganse atentos para más actualizaciones la próxima vez.